Aries. Next reading is for Aries. Dang, we almost got all the fire knocked out already. Okay. I did Sagittarius. I did... And now we're going to do an Aries. Awesome. Okay. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This next reading is for you. And if you're just now tuning in, what's up? Hey everyone, this is Daniela, Purple Star. I am your Cosmic Cleric and your Dice Diviner. Here I roll the astrology dice, and I also use tarot and oracle. The astrology dice let me see what the cosmos wants you to focus on right now. And then looking at tarot cards, that I'm able to see what the energy, the guidance, and the pathway moving forward is. So if you're just now tuning in, these readings are connected to the energies for Leo season, this August 2026 eclipse cycle. And Leo energy is all about the themes of courage, confidence, creativity, self-expression, being seen, following your heart. Okay, and the eclipse energy, like, unfortunately, we're not able to see it down here in Texas, but if you're able to see it, or we still feel it, it's still existence, right? The eclipse energy, it brings about turning points, revelations, endings and beginnings, like the sun and the moon, like that's what the eclipse is. It's like when the sun eclipses the moon. There's a song. What is that? I think I'm thinking about Pink Floyd. Okay, so anyways, so these readings are going to be looking at what's being illuminated right now, what is being become much clearer for you and during the season. So let's go, Aries. This next reading is for you. Let me go ahead and roll the dice. Okay, cool. We got Moon, we got Gemini, we got 7th house. Okay. 7th house is where everything's playing out for you. So when it comes to your relationships, not just your romantic relationships, but like the people you're working with, the people you have close connections with, that's what's being highlighted right now for you. Okay. So the Moon energy is all about your feelings, your emotions. So maybe this is actually a romantic relationship, actually. Who you're able to express with, okay? Because Gemini is about communication, expression, being creative. So this is really having you take a look at those connections, right? I'm going to show you the cards. Perception. And Gemini energy, that's how everything, that's the actions to take right now. We got cross-pollinate. And 7th house. When I saw this cross-pollinate and the moon and the 7th house, like, this is making me feel that pregnancy. That's the first thing that came to my mind, right? Like, Aries. I'm not one to predict. Like, I'm doing these general readings, so like this message could be for anyone. I don't know what's going on in this Aries life right now, but there might be an Aries that's tuning in right now that I feel like this is about somebody that you've had kids with in the past. Cross-pollinate. That's where that's coming. You know, cross-pollinate. Like you sprinkled your seed, or you've been seeded, I guess. The moon, feelings and emotions around your offspring. Okay. Let me know, Aries, that's tuning in, if that's what's going on right now. But that's what I'm feeling. Okay, situation is really okay. The moon. The words on that is perception. But the moon is all about your feelings, your emotions, your nurturing energy. My mom's a Gemini, so I think that's where that also is coming from. Is like that moon energy of connecting to Gemini, of your offspring. That I think that's where maybe that kind of came out. Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna roll with it. That this is really having you look at your relationships, though, the connections that you have, the connections that you have made in the past, and how things are changing. I kind of feel like maybe there is a situation that you're having to take a step back and really understand what is happening with your relationships with your very close people, or people that you want to be closer but are not close because of some kind of disconnection that's happened in the past. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look at tarot cards and see what's going on here for you, Aries. Okay, I shuffled these a few times already. Let's see. I feel like I moved my camera a little bit. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's split these into 3 piles. 1, 2, 3. I shuffled them many times, and it's just so funny how like these cards come back out like again. I mean, there's only 78 cards, so of course we're gonna see the same cards again, right? But okay. First card coming out for you is the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, with the moon being the situation, is... Yeah, I feel like this is retrospective. Okay? That's past. Past is the connections that you had in the past. So this is really fitting with what I was saying earlier. The connections that you've had in the past is what you are probably looking back on. And there's been some like conflict within yourself of how that transpired. Because this is why I'm saying that is because the 5 of Wands. 5 is a number of change. Is a number in numerology. This is also the adventurer, right? Like that you. I feel like you went down a different path than the connections that you had in the past, being able to communicate, being able to express yourself in a different way than you had in the past when it comes to your relationship. So I kind of feel like a relationship maybe did not go well, did not go as expected, and now this time is the future guidance is for you to bring out to really learn from the past, to really learn from those past connections that you had, so you're able to be. It's really coming to mind, this thing that I say sometimes. It's like, through catastrophe I master me. Like really understanding what went wrong in that past relationship and not going back to it. Like, you don't go back to the past, like, no matter what. Like, I mean, there are some situations where people do like end up like marrying the person that they divorced from or something, but only do that if you both have healed from whatever was going on. Like, making sure that you have taken that time to really look inside and see what it was that was not going right within yourself. And if you can come back to a situation as a changed person, but with the Queen showing up, it's really showing this is not for you to go after. This is more of you to receive. Like, if somebody from the past is reaching out to you after you like messed up a situation, or I'm not gonna say you messed up, but like you just didn't handle it in the way that you know that you should have, maybe through all this time that you have this retro. like I said before, like I kind of feel like it's just like not a relationship, but more like with kids maybe. I'm gonna look at the cards underneath so I can get more of the picture of what's going on. Six of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, I feel like you've been in your head a lot with all this swords energy, with all this mental energy. Okay, so the way that I read them is like these, like one row at a time. Okay, let's look at them. This tells the story. Three of Wands to the Six of Swords. Okay, both of these are water. I mean, even though Wands is fire, definitely, and Swords is air, but you see the water. Okay, both these cards together, you can see pretend like you're a child, right? And we don't know how to read words. And we're reading a picture book, okay? And in the picture book, if these come together, you're looking out overseas, you're looking for the adventure, you're looking for what possibilities are, and then you get in the boat and you go towards them. You let your intuition guide you to a new land, to a new situation, to a new community. 3 to 6, like doubling numbers, okay? 3 times 2 is 6, so we do the basic math there. 3 plus 3 is 6, okay? Instead of doing multiplication. But it's like you have widened your circle, widened your net. You're going towards calmer waters. That's what Six of Swords is an image of. Following your intuition, like you sought it out with your two eyes, with the binoculars. You zoomed in on the situation, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go alone. Which that's the difference between the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to this deck is this person is on their own. They're on a boat by themselves. They're not carrying a whole bunch of people with them. So going back to that family thing I was feeling earlier, like whatever situation that you were in before, you had to move out of that situation. You moved far away from that situation, so you are able to really understand and confront your inner self in a way, right? Because Five of Wands, that is usually like a picture of, well, in the traditional tarot deck, or I guess Rider-Waite-Smith deck, that this is 5 people putting their sticks together to make a star, right? And some, like, people were butting heads. People were butting heads of, like, who's going to be the leader. And I feel like that's what you felt in this new situation where you moved to a different area. You moved to somewhere else so you can really kind of understand, okay, I'm going to go be the leader elsewhere. I'm going to be able to understand what that king is inside of me. Okay, really being able to speak your truth, being able to walk the walk, talk the talk, all those kinds of things, right? And instead of that conflict with yourself, that conflict with the inner self of like, who's going to be in charge? Is it going to be my ego? Is it going to be my passion? Am I following my higher calling? And I feel like this is showing you understood that you were able to really step up and be that powerful influence that you felt that you were driven to do, right? But the future guidance, Queen of Wands to Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands is a leader. She's a queen. She is very receptive and understanding of the tides. That's what came to mind, even though there's no water on this card at all. Understanding of the ebbs and flows, understanding like as the leader, like, because like I said, that this card is a conflict of who is the leader. And then we have a king and we have a queen. They're not of the same suit, but I kind of feel that you understand what the leader looks like and you had to have been humbled. I kind of feel like you had this energy of like, I'm going for it. I am going to be the leader. But then you were like put in your place. You're like understanding that, oh, I thought I was going to go be this savior. I was going to. But then I feel like the relationships and the people that you met while you were going into this new territory has really brought it back down to humbling yourself, okay? And now you have these new ideas. You have these new things, these new opportunities that are coming to you where you're having to make the changes necessary to fulfill your part. Okay, like you saw what I'm picturing is like Mighty Mouse. I don't know, like a cartoon from like what, the 40s, the 50s. I don't even know when that came out. But who's that other person? Um, oh gosh. If you could just see the movies that play in my head when I close my eyes. Uh, Andy Kaufman. Okay, he's like, here I am to save the day. And then you go to save the day, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm not in charge. I am here digging holes. Okay? I don't know where that's coming from. But if this resonates with you, just leave me a comment, because, like, I don't know where these visions are coming from, especially when I'm talking to, like, however many people are going to see this video. I have no idea. Oh, gosh. I would love to read for you in person. If you want to do a solo reading for, like, that's specialized on just you, I love that. Because then I don't have all these possibilities popping up like this. But anyways, you were humbled. You realized that, okay, you're not Mighty Mouse in the way that you wanted to be, the way that you thought it was going to be, but you're seeing that you still are needed as a creative leader in your area. So that's showing that you have new ideas, a new insight, a new opportunities that are coming to you, but now it's like taking that sword and acting on it. Okay, cat. You see these two cats? The two cats there, okay? Like, I feel like that's significant. Okay, like, whenever I see this orange and yellow cat, it's like one's inner cat, one's outer cat. Okay? So, orange cat in this way, orange cat's the ones that like to fight, right? If you ever had an orange cat, or what I have is neighborhood orange cats that want to come fight my cats, like the orange cat, that's the ego. Okay, orange cat's like, I'm ready to fight, I'm in charge, I'm going to do this. But then like yellow cat's like, chill out, you don't gotta be so aggressive, we don't gotta, you got this higher calling. So like even looking at the cat's faces, right, like one looks all kind of mean, and this one's like, okay, I'm a young cat, I'm a little cat, I got a little less fire in me, but it's good, because it's like the aces are the new beginnings. So taking that energy that I kind of feel like humbling yourself is helping with these connections that you had to walk away from in the past. So if this is like past relationships or past energy, past children that you haven't seen or something like that, that you humbling yourself, knowing what your role is, what your place is, making that change of mind, that change of the actions that you take, that you're able to open up communication in a different way. I kind of feel like communication could have been aggressive at first, which was kind of rattling to your emotions and to those emotions of the people around you, that you humbling yourself is getting you on that frequency to let them in. my mind, when I said, the moment I said let them in, I heard Paul McCartney. Open the door and let them in. Oh, yeah. Okay. Last card we got for you. 3 of Swords. We got a lot of threes. Three. We got just the 2 threes, but 3 of Wands started it, and we're ending now with 3 of Swords. The words on here is great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing misunderstanding and being there for those in need. Okay. Yes, this is definitely showing that. Healing the relationships that you have had in the past by humbling yourself, learning those lessons that you had to, because you weren't able to do them in the place that you were in, and you had to go somewhere else to be able to kind of be put in your place. But it feels that, I mean, even this person looks young. Like, this has to be, like, if you're an Aries that's watching this later, like, please let me know in the comments. But it feels like your children or your relationship or somebody is coming back. I mean, I hate saying, like, it's not that, like, whenever I watch these videos and it's like people that are like, oh, somebody from the past is waiting for you or coming. It's not that. It's like you had to learn, and you had to have this sadness happen to allow yourself to be humbled, so the people from the past will come to you when they're in need, and it really feels like a child. It really feels like a child. So that's the message for you. Thank you so much, Aries, for letting me read for you. I know that was a little long. I try to set my timer so I don't go so long, but I feel like you got the message.